Hi viewers, you're welcome to today's episode of Towards a Greater Nigeria, brought to you by Eventnews Africa. My name is Tetachi Gold, and with me we have Paul Show. Now, Paul Show has been with us in the previous show, and we're talking about and examining how our country has been bad, and we're trying to figure out the problems and how to how to overcome, or rather find a better solution to the problem, because we can't say it can be solved totally or eliminated totally, but we can just say that we would need a means or a strategy to go towards finding a solution to the problem. And today we are going to be talking about what this e-governance is, and Mr. Paul here will be explaining and giving us further illustrations on how this will go a long way in finding the solution to our problem. So now, Mr. Show, welcome to the show. You know that's my line usually. So we need to understand something really, because from the previous episode we examined how our economy, corruption, and other decadence that has been going on in the country, how it has affected us deeply. And you made mention of something that it has eaten up the DNA of our society and the average Nigerian. So today we want to know more about this e-governance. What is it really?
Okay, firstly, let me say what e-governance is not. E-governance is not giving government officials computers to automate old procedures. It's not that.
Okay.
E-governance is actually leveraging on the power of computers to not only automate processes, but also create a pathway for citizens to engage in governance.
Okay. So now you're trying to tell us that e-governance is like a means for the government to bring the people closer to the system, that is the governmental system, that is how we run it. So the use of digital devices would aid bring a better solution to the country.
And e-governance is in three parts.
Okay.
Like I said last time, it's in three parts.
Okay.
We call it G to G, that's government to government. Okay. We have G to B, which is government to business, and G to C, government to citizens.
Okay.
But in the course of this, the company is only going to we are focusing mainly on just the government to citizens and government to business.
Okay, so we are focusing mainly on government to citizens and government to business. Now, personally, I think it's pretty complex. It's pretty complex. Like the word e-governance, as it sounds, e-governance, it sounds so complex and rigid. Maybe something that might not work out. Is what you see about that? Like, how do you think? And I don't know if we're ready for that.
Okay, I agree with you. It's a robust software.
Robust.
Yeah, it's a very robust system, and it's in different parts. But let me say this: it is good when people say, "Oh, I don't know if it's gonna work."
Okay.
But everyone thinks, "Oh, is this gonna work? Are we ready for this?" Well, the question the answer I give them is that yes, you have doubts.
Okay.
Yes, you might think this might not be possible, but that is part of the process.
Okay.
If we don't get started, we can't tell how far we can go. So this system is it's a revolution. It's just saying that let us have a pathway where we can be involved in governance. Let us have a system where the power has been disseminated to the people, not just left to a few.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it's just going to change that system totally. I told you the last time that not just the fact that the people are now bad, the system is bad. So this is a system where we want. It's going to create the pathway where you and I decide everything that is going on in our own location.
Okay. Okay, so now you're trying to say that we need to understand the system itself.
Yeah.
And
how we can be involved in governance.
How we can be involved in governance. So what I'm trying to say is, are we ready? Like we, the average Nigerians that want to be introduced this into, like, are we really ready for that? Like, how?
There will never be a right time to do a great thing.
Good.
What we have to do is to take a time and make it right.
Wow.
We're never ready for CBT in JAM.
Okay.
We're never ready for digital services in voting, even if we've not gotten that right also.
Okay.
We will never be ready for these things.
Okay.
But that's why we call it a revolution. Once this is done, now I think the last time that I saw a statement written by JAM, they said if you are not going to be doing CBT, you know what I mean by CBT?
Yeah.
If you're not going to be doing CBT in JAM, then you are not going to write JAM. Now that is regardless of where you are. Even if you're in the north, even if you're in the east, even if you're from the village, as far as you're going to write JAM, then you must do CBT. That's a standard. Do you understand?
Okay.
We have to beat the standard up. The standard has to come up, and the whole system gets better.
Okay. How do you expect an average Nigerian to understand or get inclined with the whole e-governance thingy when the person is not really into ICT and all that?
Okay, let me say this. A minister in UAE said something.
Okay.
He said, this time that we have,
Okay.
it's a choice to choose either to use digital services or not. If we do, fine. If we don't, the difference between a country that does and the country that doesn't do is going to be like 50 to 100 years apart.
Okay.
So this era that we have no choice. Like I said, digital services are taking over 80% of the jobs that man is doing. So this is a standard globally.
Okay.
The banks didn't do training for their customers to teach them how to use the ATM.
True.
In Lagos, I've seen ATMs that you can actually pay into. As right now in I think it's nationwide now, there are ATM machines that you don't need to use your card to withdraw. A cardless transaction.
Okay.
Did they do a form of training for all of that?
No.
But when you
I
go
don't
to
remember.
the village, you still see people doing this. Who trained them? That's the power of direct persons teaching each other. You're my friend, I do this. I
Yeah.
tell you why you're going to the bank. Next time I show you how you can use the mobile app and you do it on your phone without going to the bank.
Okay, so now you're trying to tell us that if we get involved into this e-governance, it doesn't really require a moment where we have to go to a particular setting, sit down and learn about this thing. It's just
Gradually,
something that
yeah.
we have to do in a gradual process here.
Yeah.
So now, if at all we're going to get into this, then how would e-governance be a way out to Nigerians' millions and the problems, situations facing us?
Okay, let me answer this. I love that question. How would you feel if the money that is being in the budget for the development of your constituency or your location is being determined by you and the people in that location? The government right now, I like saying it, this mode of governance, I accuse them for killing creativity, individuality, and they are being intellectually abusive for killing the dreams of an average Nigerian. Why would they give the money to develop a particular constituency to one individual? They determine the project that should be done when they don't live in it. They don't know the roads that are bad. They don't know in their houses they always have light. They don't know the menace that people are facing and the average man is facing. It is you who should determine what project should be done. Now this system is saying that there will be from the local council up to the local government, there will be list of projects that will make the top list. Now it is the individuals in that location that will actually vote which project will finally make it to the top.
Okay.
That is, we have disseminated power. Power is no more left in the hands of those at the top to determine, oh, you notice one election is coming, they'll start painting the roads. You see, oh, that's what they feel is right. Why would they paint the roads when your streets are bad, when you don't have what to eat? They're not concerned about that. And the worst part is our mindset. You now hear people saying, at least they are doing something. What about those that didn't do anything? It's a shame.
Wow. Now really I don't really know what to say because it has really gotten into me right now, and the thing is I hope other Nigerians understand the point where we're coming from, because this has to do with individual understanding. Because if you don't have a mind of your own to rather speak for yourself and speak for what you believe in, I don't think there will be a way forward. So if at all we are going to be making any improvement, or rather if this is going to become a great thing tomorrow, we need to have like-minded people in order for us to know the way forward and maybe stick to the plan and stick to how this will end the menace in our country.
Yeah.
So in other words, we need to know how this e-service thingy has helped any average Nigerian. Like, how has it helped anybody so far? Like, I don't know if anyone really has.
I think if there's anybody out there that said e-services has not helped Nigeria as a country in the aspect that it has been allowed to penetrate.
Okay.
If anybody says it doesn't help us, then I don't think the person is a Nigerian. Okay. How do you feel going into the queue in the bank just because you want to pay 1,000 naira to a friend in another location, queuing for 4 to 5 hours?
Man, it's not something that I can write home about.
But right now, how do you feel also? Because you want to recharge your phone, you want to recharge your phone right now. You can actually just open up your phone and take directly from your mobile and top up your mobile. Okay. Last year, 2016, the banks they had over 70% of recharge cards. 70% of the total volume of recharge cards that were loaded throughout last year came from the bank. That means those who are selling recharge cards on the street should get ready. Digital technology is going to take over their job in little or no time.
Wow, that's true, because me recently I've not been buying recharge cards like from the street, because when I can use the normal USSD thingy with my small phone, I can be able to recharge. So I believe it has probably gotten to a point where everybody uses the e-service program or platform to aid themselves in one way or another. So I hope with this it might be able to give us the understanding that e-governance can actually bring forth good solution to the country. Because when we talk about solution, talk about change, there are two different things involved, not the meaning. Because sometimes if we want to say change, there could be positive change and there could be negative change. And we want to say solution, there could be a positive solution and there could be a negative solution. In the sense that the solution could be negative when it is just personalized based on your interest. So now finally we would like to know that what is the purpose for the acceptance of this e-governance services?
The purpose?
Yes.
Like, we need to have the vision of e-governance is firstly to have a system whereby you and I are involved in governance. Secondly, to have a system whereby, because the truth is that, let me tell you the truth. The truth here is that not all the politicians that are right there, right now, not all of them, the womb of their mind can't conceive this concept. So the revolution is not just only in the system, because when the system is changed, the new people who can perform on that same standard will need to be in place. So on the long run, we will need to have young individuals participating in governance. And it has been said by the World Bank and also the United Nations that countries who are progressing now are countries who are focusing more on empowering the younger generation more than the older.
Okay, I quickly want to understand something. Are you trying to tell us that we need to evaluate, or rather evacuate, the old people in authority in order to, like, we need to wipe out and...
The point is this. It's not all of them can be there. They can't all be there. How would you be making a decision? How would you be in a process where you are the part of the lawmakers to make a decision that even you, in the next 20, 30 years after you've made that decision, you're no more in your productive years? I believe that if you're making a decision for a country, then you should be your age limit. There should be an age limit.
sorry to cut you, because that age limit really got to me right now. Because whenever you go out to look for jobs, they'll be like, have 5 years experience, have this experience, and you should be like 24. Please.
How do you get that?
How do you get the experience when you have not even started? So, and if at all they will now try to maybe switch that to election period and all that, they will feel like, oh, because you're 70 something or you are 20 something, maybe the person that is quite older than you have more experience. Now they might want to relate it to that angle. Please, how do we tackle it?
No, if you are older,
okay,
doesn't mean you have more experience. Let me give you this instance. In shipping, if you are a captain, even in the aviation industry,
okay,
a captain of a plane, of an aeroplane, that doesn't update himself with the current happenings and moving with technology, if he doesn't update himself, he's going to be left behind. Okay. There's something they do every year. They try to update themselves. The ship that they used 10 years ago, actually, the sailor uses this stuff, they always twist. But I've seen ships right now that just with like a remote, they are moving the ship. What is that? They allow technology to come in. So for you to even be a sailor right now, you must have updated yourself. You must be moving with it. That is the trend right now. Countries like Dubai, they are actually delivering their national ID cards by using drones. They are delivering national ID cards. But guess what, in Nigeria? It's taking us 4 years to print out one ID card for one person. And it takes 3 minutes to get an ATM card. And they say our ID card is an ATM. Look at the difference.
Wow. This is becoming more tense, than we really need to put some things into place. And we're not trying to say that some people need to be wiped out, or rather some things need to be changed. Now there's something they call amendment and there's something they call change. I don't know which one we are experiencing in our country today, and I hope our country gets to experience a good change towards the like using this new platform that we are using, e-governance. So I thank Mr. Paul Show for being in the show today, and I really appreciate your words, and I hope it brings a better understanding to the people, and there will be a greater future for us. So thank you so much for watching, and we would like you to follow our social media platform at Eventnews Africa, either on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. This might not be the perfect solution, but I know it's the truth. Thank you for watching.